Did you know that the average home showing only lasts 15 minutes and you only have one chance to make that first impression? Today I'm going to give you my top 10 tips for getting your home ready to sell. Even if you think your home is going to sell easily and quickly, doing these things can save you thousands of dollars on the bottom line. Once you put your home on the open market, you no longer are thinking about it as your home, you're thinking about it as an investment. Overall, we want to create a space that's light, bright, smells good, and looks like it's been well cared for over the years. We want the buyer to be able to see themselves living there. So that leads me to my first point. We want to declutter and depersonalize. Stagers often say, anything smaller than a football, pack it up, get it out of the way. We want the minimal items on the counters and in the space. Think about like a hotel lobby, or have you been in a model home lately? It's just very neutral as far as personalization goes. Pack away the religious items, all the pictures of your kids and family and things like that. You can pack it away in the garage. You can use that place as a storage area. No problem using that as long as it's well organized. While you're packing away, we want to make sure that all the closet space has nothing on the floor unless it's actually like a storage bin, an organized storage bin for that purpose. Number two, we want to make sure the house is as bright as possible, and we want all the light bulbs to match. Yes, you heard me. We want the light bulbs to match. We don't want any of those corkscrew looking ones. We want LED, and if you can do it, all daylight bulbs. The daylight LED bulbs give the brightest shine for all the rooms. During the photos and as for any showing, we want all the blinds and curtains drawn so as much sunlight as possible flows into the property. And for all those lights, I'm talking lamps, ceiling fans, overhead lights, don't forget the pool lights and the front porch lights as well. They all need to be bright and shining and turned on. Number three, do a deep clean. I'm talking inside the fridge, in the drawers, make everything just sparkle. Baseboards too. Number four, make the exterior front entryway pop. We want to have fresh mulch in the garden beds, and if you can do it, if it's the right time of year, maybe a pop of color with a flower or two here and there. Make sure the sidewalk is clean. If it needs to be power washed, do that. We want that front door to have no spider webs or dirt daubers or anything around it, so just clean and sparkling at the entry. Number five, speaking of clean, we want those windows to be clean too. You can do it on your own, but it's always best to get a professional to do it because they come in with razors and actually get all the grime off of there, and plus you don't want to be on a two-story ladder if you have a tall home. And while you're on the windows, on the exterior, check the caulk. If it's cracking or no caulk there, it's been so long the sun has really dried it up, fresh caulk goes a long way on those inspection reports. Number six, give every room a purpose. We don't want to have the music room in the bedroom. We don't want to walk into an office and have a bed in there. It just confuses people of how they're supposed to see themselves there. Keep it simple. Also, at this point when we're walking in the rooms, we may want to talk about paint. If you have what I like to call as designer colors, so maybe a purple wall or some orange paint, we might want to neutralize that, and we'll talk about it when we view your home for the first time. Number seven, add a few healthy potted plants around the house. Keyword here, healthy. And also, if you do have pets, we want to remove their beds, food bowls, water bowls, all the things for the pictures and for showings. We all love our dogs and kitties, but we don't want that to be part of the selling process because some of them may have allergies or just not like them. Number eight, smell is critical. We get used to living in our homes with whatever smell is around, whether it's a kitty litter box or just dogs, or maybe we cooked something a certain way. We need to be very keen on when we're showing the property or allowing showings that it smells impeccable. Now, what we want to do is fresh air, open those windows and let to have some fresh air if possible with the weather conditions. And then if you're going to use a diffuser, get a citrus scent. Don't do anything crazy, flowers or anything like that. It needs to be citrus, really clean and really light. I had a client made the mistake once of getting those plug-ins and they put them all around the house, and the smell was so strong that people thought something was wrong with the house. So we just want a slight hint of citrus smell, nothing more. Or if you're available to cook maybe some fresh bread or cookies on the weekend before showings, that's also a good smell to have in the house. Number 9, you want to fix any little small repairs, any kind of tiny leaks or wobbly handles, wobbly toilet. Think about anything that the buyer may put their hand on when they're in your house, like a light switch. We want to make sure that's clean. Door handles, we want to make sure those are solid. Toilets, we want to make sure they don't wobble when you sit on them. Those are easy fixes that you can do yourself, and it goes a long way for buyer impression on how well they think you've taken care of the home over the years. Number 10, be ready to move fast and use your head and not your heart. This is an investment now that you've put it on the market. Now, if you're listing with us, we put a lot of time and effort into the photos and video because that's the first impression that the potential buyer gets online. We also will hire a stager to come and consult with us because, let's face it, we need some professional help getting all of our knickknacks moved out of the way and presenting your property as the best it can possibly be when someone walks through the first door, when someone walks through the front door. And I know all these steps can seem a little overwhelming at first, but don't worry. When you work with us, we stand by you every step of the way and give you help and guidance as we go. And remember, some repairs matter more than others, and it's important that we prioritize those based on your budget. So when you're ready to sell, give us a call and let us walk you through these 10 steps to save you thousands on the bottom line.